today we are going to be talking about Amazon dropshipping because next week I have two very exciting things that are happening. First, I will be releasing my Amazon dropshipping course, Amazon Dropshipping Titan. So 1 week from today, I think that's January 22nd, the course will be launched and live. But first, to kick that off, what I'm doing is hosting a free masterclass for all of you. This is a free opportunity for you to learn about Amazon dropshipping. And if you are interested in that, you can click on the link underneath this video to sign up for it. You do have to be signed up for it. It will not be here on YouTube. So if you do want to check out that video when we do it live, you do have to click on that link underneath this video and sign up. So why Amazon dropshipping? Why have I been so focused on this the past year and going into 2019? What's the big deal with Amazon dropshipping? Well, when this all began, when I started looking into Amazon, selling on Amazon, I set a goal for myself. I wanted to earn just $3,000 or $4,000 extra $1,000 a month with Amazon dropshipping. Not just, that's a lot of money right there. That's a life-changing amount to earn on a side hustle, right? And I was already doing well on eBay, but I wanted to diversify my income. I didn't want all my eggs in one basket, so to speak. So I knew I wanted to break into Amazon. So everyone I speak to on the internet, all the videos I see are all about Amazon private label FBA. FBA stands for Fulfilled by Amazon. And this is when you create your own brand of products and you create these products. You get them made from a supplier in China. You get a test sent to you, and then you get a whole bulk order of them. You send them to Amazon's headquarters or one of their warehouses, and then you sell it on their platform, create a new listing. And if it sells, then Amazon is the one who ships it out to the customer for you. It seemed like a really great opportunity, but there was a lot of money up front to get started with that, a lot of logistics that I wasn't familiar or comfortable with. I even looked into other ways of selling on Amazon, like online arbitrage, and that just didn't seem like a good fit for me. A lot of upfront costs involved with that as well. So I just felt really lost, and I almost felt like I wasn't going to do Amazon because of this, logistically speaking. So what I then realized was that there's a way I can sell on Amazon here that's pretty simple. And it's the same way that I do it on eBay. And once I had that aha moment that I could do the same thing on Amazon, I was ready to hit the ground running. So I started doing it. I started selling on Amazon using this drop shipping model. And it doesn't require a lot of upfront money, a lot of upfront investment. So it really appealed to me. It really worked for me. Right away, though, I saw that there were issues. It wasn't straightforward or easy to do. Amazon's a very tough, almost boss to work for because they're very strict with their metrics, very strict with their customer service. You got to make sure you're doing everything correctly. And actually, I had a problem with my account early on because I didn't have things set up correctly. I wasn't doing them correctly, and my Amazon account was in jeopardy of being shut down. It didn't quite get to that point, but it was getting there. It wasn't in good shape for a while. But then slowly I learned the system, I learned what works, what doesn't work, and I was able to fix my account. And now my account's in good health, and it's doing really, really well. And now I'm very happy that we've hit our income goals because I've been able to diversify. I've been able to quit my job and doing e-commerce, and other things like this YouTube channel full time. So it's been a very exciting year, and I'm really excited to bring this information to you guys. And that's why I'm hosting this free masterclass, the one that I mentioned before. And this is going to teach you everything that you need to get started, everything that I've put together to help me realize how this system can work and how it really doesn't require as much upfront investment or upfront headache or logistical problems that you normally face with starting an Amazon business. So that's why it's really exciting for 2019. Anyone who's been looking to get onto Amazon and has just felt overwhelmed by just everything that's involved in order to get started, this is a great business model that will really allow you to start selling quickly without all that upfront problem and logistics and nightmares and headaches. So if you are interested, click on the first link in the description of this video, sign up, and I hope to see a lot of you guys there. Now, of course, I'm here today to answer any questions you guys have about Amazon dropshipping or eBay dropshipping, and I'll be happy to answer them for you. We held a giveaway recently for people, giving away some great prizes, so I'll be announcing those winners tonight as well. But if you're here live, leave your question in the live chat and I'll answer them for you. So let me pull up some questions that I had, make sure I covered everything I wanted to talk about. Cool. All right, so the first question I had here was from Mr. Harrison. Harrison said, what is the most listings you can have as a store? So I wasn't really clear if you were talking about eBay or Amazon here, but it allows me to broadcast or to talk about a big difference between eBay and Amazon. See, if you're selling on eBay, one of the things that you run into are listing limits. Now, they're generally not a huge deal because as a new seller, you do have a listing limit. They only allow you to sell a certain number of items per month. But as your store grows, as you get more sales, that limit increases. So it grows with you. On Amazon, on the other hand, there is no limit. You can just list up as many products as you want. So you can scale much more quickly with Amazon than you can with eBay. Now, obviously, the issue here, there are other issues, not obviously. This is something people don't realize about Amazon, is that there are issues with scaling up your business too quickly. Amazon doesn't always, they get a little concerned when they see that and they might temporarily suspend your account. So it's just something to be aware of when you're starting out with Amazon. So another question I had was from Judy. Wants to know if I use the same Amazon Prime account to dropship from Amazon to eBay that I use to dropship onto Amazon. So I do dropship from Amazon to eBay in addition to dropshipping onto Amazon. So Judy wants to know if I use the same account for both of them. And Judy, actually I don't. I use two different accounts. And that's fine, even though you're not allowed technically in most situations to have two different selling accounts. You are allowed to have an account that you buy with and an account that you sell items onto for Amazon. That's fine. I've chosen to keep them separate and have had no issues with that. Another question that Angry Man 1977 had, a very common question I get. This was in reference to a video I made recently about Amazon dropshipping. And Angry Man 1977 wants to know, what if you ship the customer an item on Amazon from Home Depot and they get it and all of a sudden they see that it's cheaper on Home Depot? Well, this isn't something that we found that customers even really notice a lot. I've sold over $100,000 items on eBay. I've sold thousands of items on Amazon as well. And very, 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 very few of the customers complain about this. And I've said this before, but I think the reason is because when you get an item, you're excited for it, you just rip open the box, you pull out the item, and that's it. Most people don't even look at the invoice. So we found that it's really a non-issue for customers. So let's see who's here in the live chat. We have Martin from Thrift Store Gold saying, can't miss this. Welcome, Martin. So great to have you. I've been seeing you everywhere these days. So yeah, ask me your questions about dropshipping. Jamie wants to know when I will do the video about Web Scraper app. I have done a video about Web Scraper app, and it's certainly something that I'm going to be talking about during my masterclass next week. So if you want more information about that, be sure to sign up in the link underneath this video. Web Scraper app, for those of you who don't know, is the software that I use to run my Amazon dropshipping business. It helps automate a lot of the process for me. I couldn't run the business without it. It's really essential. What is up, Bobby? Saying, hey, Titans. Wow. We have Jeff Bezos. Believe it or not, I'm not sure I believe it, but welcome, Jeff. If you are watching this, please leave me a super chat. We have Dusty here. What's up, Dusty? We have Antonio from Mexico. Welcome, Antonio. We have My Vinyl Craze from Michigan, and we have lots of other people. Hello, how's it going? What's up? Road to 1 million eBay dropshipping store says, when will you launch your Amazon dropshipping course? Hope I was able to clarify that for you. It's being launched January 22nd during the live masterclass. So if you want all the early bird sign up bonuses, the early bird pricing, the best thing to do is to sign up for the masterclass, where I'll be detailing exactly what you get if you sign up early, and have some really fast bonuses for this course that you only get if you sign up right away. All right, we have, Martin again. All right, Mickey from Florida. Okay, so let's see if there's some questions here now. All right, so Shan Dog says, I had a buyer, this looks like on eBay, saying I posted feedback saying it's cheaper on Walmart, $13 less. And Shan Dog says, thanks to your videos, I knew to call and get it removed. Thanks a million. So this is a great thing to reiterate, that if a buyer on eBay leaves you feedback saying that the item is cheaper on another supplier's website, another retailer's website, you can often call and get that removed. Now, more and more, the eBay representatives are removing just the comment and not the negative feedback or rating itself. So just be aware of that some reps won't remove it all for you. So Martin wants to know if you need software to start dropshipping on eBay. Strictly speaking, you don't need it, but in order to scale up, you're going to need it. There's going to come a point pretty soon where it's almost impossible to run it without software, and you might as well start learning now how the software works, especially because you can get the software for really cheap. There's a lot of free trials. The one that I like is AutoDS, and they always have like a month-long, or they usually have a trial that's really cheap, like $1. So you might want to check out that software. Get used to it, get started, at least try it on the trial basis. There's no harm in doing that. And then you can take it from there. And you'll see how much it really helps you automate and run your entire eBay dropshipping business. Yeah, so Brian, I kind of alluded to this before, but when you start dropshipping on Amazon, it is important to grow your account slowly. So I really recommend for the first 2, even 3 months, keeping your sales volume under $10,000 in sales. And that's because somewhere during that first 3 months, Amazon is going to check your account. And I'm pretty sure it's an automated process, but they're just going to see, have you scaled up too quickly? And does your sales volume not make sense in terms of how long you've been in business and what your feedback has been and how many items you have listed? It raises a red flag for them if you scale up too quickly, and you could get your account temporarily suspended, and it's hard to then get the account back. Not impossible. It's very possible to get your account back if you get one of these velocity reviews. But why go through the hassle of doing it? It's going to take you so much time to do it that it's going to be equal to you just waiting the 3 months anyway. So it is important as a new Amazon dropshipper to scale your store at a steady, slow rate. And then after about 3 months, you can really go at it and take off with it. So Jeff, I can't believe you would ask me this question. I can't believe you don't know your own terms of service. But Jeff, yes, technically Amazon dropshipping, retail arbitrage dropshipping is against Amazon's terms of service. They want you to have a relationship with a third-party supplier who ships the items to the customers. With that said, people do it anyway. And I know that's not always the best reason to do something, but it's been working for me. And if you keep your account in good metrics, good health, provide good customer service, then Amazon tolerates it. They kind of turn a blind eye to it. They know that we're doing it. There's no way that they don't know that we are dropshipping using this method. But they're allowing us to do it anyway because we are providing good customer service, we are getting the customers their products, and we are making Amazon money. So as long as you keep your account in good health, good metrics, do the correct customer service. This is everything I'm going to talk about next week during the webinar, the masterclass. These are all really important things for the health and safety of your Amazon account. You do that and Amazon will tolerate it. They'll allow you to do it. So Surf Girl says, if you are currently an FBA seller, would you recommend creating a new Amazon account? So this is what I'll say. It really depends on what kind of FBA that you're doing. If you have like a hugely successful private label FBA business, then you might just want to stick with that. But if you just do some casual FBA like retail arbitrage, or you don't have any major products that you're doing private label, then that can actually help your account because your account is established, it's set, Amazon's familiar with it. You won't have to worry about that velocity review that I talked about, and you'll be able to quickly scale up your dropshipping business. They'll support each other really well. And the other thing I'll say is that technically in most situations, you're not allowed to have two Amazon accounts. Technically, there are ways to get two accounts. It is a bit on the more difficult side, and Amazon really wants you to have one account. So that's something else to keep in mind. So Caesar wants to know what monitor I use for Amazon dropshipping for both price and stock. So I alluded to it before, but I'll clarify a little more. So I use Web Scraper app. That's what pulls the prices from Walmart.com, HomeDepot.com, checks the prices on those websites. If the price of the products have changed, first, if the item goes in and out of stock on Walmart or Home Depot, then Web Scraper app will make sure that the product goes in and out of stock on Amazon.com for me. So I don't have to worry so much about items going out of stock that I've already sold because Web Scraper app takes care of that. Now, if the price changes on the supplier's website, like Walmart or Home Depot, then what's going to happen is that Web Scraper app will notice that, pull the price information, and send it to a second software called Informed. And Informed is the one that's actually going to reprice the items. Now you might be wondering why we need two different softwares to do this. Aren't there all-in-one systems? Yeah, there actually are all-in-one systems, but I prefer this two software system because Informed, the one that does repricing, is an incredibly powerful software. It's trusted by thousands of Amazon sellers, not just ones who do drop shipping, but also FBA, because it works really well at winning you the buy box and making sure that your prices on Amazon are as competitive as you can afford them to be without you pricing them so low that you lose money. So it's exciting that you can use this software with drop shipping when normally you would be unable to. But Web Scraper app makes it possible for you to do that. So this is why I actually prefer this two software system over ones that are all-in-one, because I just think Informed is so powerful. And quite frankly, Web Scraper app works really well too. Okay, so we have Magari saying, is eBay still a good business model? Yes, so I've been talking a lot about Amazon because it's exciting for me because it's new, but my eBay store is still chugging along, still doing 6 figures a month in sales on that with good margins, making at least December. I'll have to do an income report soon, but the margins are still good on eBay as well. So I'm still doing well there. It's just Amazon has been new and exciting, so that's why I've been talking about it. But eBay I always feel like it's always going to be there. It's always going to be kind of like the bread and butter, the old reliable opportunity that's there for me, just continually making me money while my VAs work on it. So still a really good business model to get started with. Hey Jenny, what's up? Jenny is also a drop shipper, or was a drop shipper, and makes a really great software for Amazon drop shipping to kind of make it easier for you to place orders. I made videos about that before. It's called Spot and Paste. All right, we have Trish the Dish saying, hey Paul, I'm new to your channel. Thanks for your content. Thanks Trish for being here. All right, so okay, Johnny. Wow. Johnny's saying, will the masterclass be here on YouTube? I will be in Antarctica. So Johnny's one of my eBay dropshipping students. Had the pleasure of meeting him during our first meetup here in New York City. It's amazing where he's going around the world, Antarctica. But no, the masterclass will not be here on YouTube. It's going to be on another platform. So you do have to sign up for it. You can click the first link, or the only link in the description of this video, to sign up for that masterclass. And I'll try to get you the video if you can't watch it while in Antarctica. Oh, great question. Luxury Card Store says, how did your experiment go with letting your VA run your smaller store? So this is a great question because I kind of forgot to follow up on this. But what happened was I started a second eBay store. It's a store I've had for a while. Used it a lot for experimenting. It was doing well last year, and then I kind of consolidated, and now I decided to start a store, just hire one VA to run the entire store, and really concentrate on that store. This is for eBay, on really higher priced items with higher margins, and really have her focus on finding those items. And I wanted to be as hands-off as I could for me. And what I've noticed is I rarely log into this account. I forget about it a lot. And what I've noticed with this account is that it is working. So we are averaging about $12,000 a month in sales, which compared to my other account is not a huge amount. But remember, this is completely hands-off for me. And the margins are really high. They're about 15% for this account. So I'm pulling up the profit sheet. So we're making and that's after all expenses. So we're making about $1,800 a month just from this one store after all expenses. And I'm never in there doing anything. So it's pretty great. But what I've noticed is that because I'm not involved, ever since I stepped back, it hasn't really grown. It continues to do about the same. It grows a little bit. I think when I left, it was doing about 10K a month in sales. Now it's about 12. So did I do that math right? Yeah. So it hasn't really grown. And I've talked to other drop shippers about this as well. Other ones who like to automate or give their stores over to VAs a lot. And they've noticed the same thing where while it is certainly possible to find a team that will grow your account, we've all kind of noticed that the more we take a step back from our accounts and don't put as much time and energy into them, we don't really see them drop off, but we don't see the kind of growth that we saw when we are more active in there. This one is growing. It just wasn't growing as fast as it was when I was personally involved. And I've seen this and I've heard the same things from my friends as well, other people who have tried this tactic as well. So that's kind of the sum of the experiment that I've been able to run. I'm going to let her keep running this account. We'll check in on it maybe once a month, and I'll give you guys a report on how that's going. I should do a real official video about that maybe after the Amazon course is out, because it is pretty interesting that it is working so well even without me involved there. Let's see. All right, one of my neighbors, Gary. So welcome, Gary. Just moved to my neighborhood here in Brooklyn. All right, we'll give it a few more minutes, and then I'm going to announce the winners of the contest that I held. So you guys don't want to miss that. A lot of you guys signed up for that contest, entered the giveaway, so don't miss it because I will be announcing the winners live now or in a few minutes. So I had some more questions from the week. So George says, I just chatted with Target customer service and the agent told me they don't allow reselling products. Yep, that's true. Target will shut down your accounts if you try to dropship from them. And even if you try to do reselling from their stores, go into their local store, do some retail arbitrage. A lot of my friends who do that have gotten, I don't know if yelled at by the managers is the right word, but the managers have told them they're not allowed to do retail arbitrage or reselling. So we don't use them as a dropshipping supplier. So Jeremiah wants to know if collecting tax on Amazon is the same as collecting on eBay. So Jeremiah is speaking specifically here about sales tax. You know, when you sell products or when you buy products, you often have to pay sales tax. Well, when you sell products, you often have to collect sales tax and then send it to the government after that. This is sales tax, not income tax, talking about sales tax. So I talk in my course, my eBay course, about a lot to do with sales tax. It's a little bit of a complicated situation, complicated, I don't know, just a little bit complicated sales tax. It doesn't have to be too difficult if you just know what you're doing, but trying to figure it out can be a huge hassle, which is why I spend a lot of time with it in my eBay course. And I also spend a lot of time with it in my new Amazon course once that's launched, because it's complicated on Amazon as well. Because Amazon is similar to eBay, but also different, although now they're getting similar, because Amazon actually collects sales tax for you for certain states. And that makes it easier in some regards, makes it a little bit more complicated, but overall it makes it easier. So that stuff I do cover inside the course as well for that. I'm just write something down so I don't forget something. All right. The contest will be announced in just a minute. Hey, what is up, Noah? Thanks for being here. Okay. So I'm a little behind on the chat here, but let me try to get caught up. So let me answer one of these questions. So Jeremiah asked another great question about what should the search criteria be for looking for products on eBay now that the holidays are over. I'm glad you asked this question, because what I recommend that you do is use a software like Zeek Analytics, which is great software to use to find items that people are actually buying on eBay. But it's currently January 15th. And what's going to happen is when you go into Zeek, what you're going to see is some sales from December 15th onward. And those sales are going to include a lot of Christmas items that aren't yet selling right now, or not selling anymore because they were just selling back then. So you kind of have to weed out those ones, or maybe not only go back less time than a month, because obviously those items aren't going to sell as well in January as they did in December. So Michael wants to know how much money it costs to get started with Amazon dropshipping. I'm actually going to break this down for you during the masterclass next week. So I suggest you sign up for that because I have it all broken down for you in that masterclass. Let's see. All right. Thank you, Martin, saying smash that like button for eBay. And Paul, thank you, man. So what do you guys think? Should I announce the winners of the contest now? If you want me to do that, this is going to be totally shameless. But if you want me to announce the winners now, go ahead and give the video a thumbs up. And I will do that. While you guys do that, I'll read off one or two extra questions here. Music Mania says, do you still use AutoDS for eBay? Yes, that's the one that I use. I love that one. Let's see. So Timothy wants to know what bookkeeping software I use. Do I prefer QuickBooks or TaxJar? I use so those are two different softwares, completely different things. QuickBooks is for bookkeeping. That's the one that I use. That's the one most accountants and CPAs are familiar with. TaxJar specifically to help you collect and manage sales tax. You have to use both to effectively run a business. So I use both of them. All right, so I'm going to skip a lot of questions because I'm way behind on the chat. Thank you, Noah, saying Paul's the dropshipping titan. Okay, so I think it's time. I think we have to announce the winners of the contest. So I want to recap here. We have all these prizes. First prize was full access to the Amazon dropship. Well, let's go in reverse. Surprise prize. Well, that was kind of a cop out because I couldn't think of a prize. So one of you guys is going to get one of the surprise is one of the other ones, basically of your choosing. So the third prize is access to my super simple VAs course. This is my course all about how to hire and train virtual assistants for your eBay dropshipping business. The number 2 prize is full access to my eBay dropshipping course. This is a course that takes you from A to Z, how to get started selling on Amazon using a dropshipping model. And the number 1 prize, the grand prize, is full access to my Amazon dropshipping course once it is released. Again, that's a logo. It's going to be released next week on the 22nd during that live masterclass. But let's pick a winner. We will first do the super simple VAs course. So that one, I'm going to pick a winner. I can't show you because I don't want to show you people's email addresses. So I have somebody here, but they didn't leave their name. So that's a shame. So I can't say who they are because I don't want to say what their email is. So I will just write it down so I don't forget. And I'll pick some other winners as well. So that's winner number 1. I'll email them. And if they don't respond, I'll pick someone else. So email number 2. I got that one. Let me figure out if this person left their name. So this person is Abdel. Abdel, I have your email. So I'll be sending you an email. Let's pick a third one. So we have Rose Tiffany. Okay, so finally have a full name for somebody. Rose Tiffany, you are the 3rd winner here. So congratulations. And I will pick one more here. So we have 4. And the last one is Melissa Blue. So if your name is Melissa Blue, you have also won. So I'm going to email all these people. I don't think Blue is your real name. It's just Melissa. Your last name starts with an H. So I will email all of them and send you guys your prizes. If you don't respond within maybe like a week, I'll pick new winners so that I want somebody to get the prizes. So if you don't respond, I will give your prize away to someone else, but I'll give you like a week to respond. Sound cool? Okay, so those are the winners. Congratulations to everyone. Oops, let me put that up there. And let's keep going with these questions. You guys had some great questions. We have Kirk here. Welcome, Kirk. Yeah, man, you gotta get up on this Amazon dropshipping stuff. There's a lot of potential here. Okay, interesting question by Andy. Andy wants to know, how do you pay for all the products from different retailers and not get flagged by your account for being fraudulent? So I think what you mean is, if you one day start buying like 100 items a day from Walmart.com, isn't your bank just going to stop the payments and think it's fraud and not let the payments go through? So the first thing I'll say is that with most drop shippers, they're going to scale slower. They're not going to scale up really quickly. So your bank's going to get used to you making these purchases. And with my bank, I have two. So I'm trying to remember which one it was. I have Capital One and Wells Fargo. One of them kept giving me issues, but I kept calling in, kept complaining, saying, yes, I'm making a lot of purchases from Home Depot and Walmart.com. Please don't cancel the orders or cancel or deny the transactions. And the more I did that, the less often it happened. And it hasn't happened, knock on wood, now for a really long time. So your banks do get used to you doing it. No. Great question, Mike. Is it always a policy of Amazon to never be able to talk to a real person when having issues with your seller account? It does feel that way sometimes, but you can reach seller support on Amazon and talk to them about your issues. That doesn't always mean the representative you talk to is going to know what they're talking about. So a lot of times you got to ask for a supervisor or someone higher up. And even then, you can't always trust what they're going to tell you, just like it is with a lot of businesses or eBay. Awesome. So Lucas wants me to do eBay versus Amazon dropshipping. I've made a video about this, actually. You have to search for it, comparing the two. There's drawbacks and benefits to both of them, but I like having both. It diversifies my income, and I find that since eBay is releasing my money right away while Amazon doesn't, eBay kind of funds my Amazon business for me. It's kind of a nice flow of money for me there to allow my Amazon business to run, even though they don't pay out every 2 weeks. I'm sorry, they take 2 weeks to pay out. All right, Bobby said he didn't know about the contest. Do you get a consultation, a hello at least? So hello, Bobby. Okay, cool. Let's see some more questions. Let's see where I leave off. Samuel wants to know if you can have, he says, hi, Paul. I have another question. How do your VAs call eBay? Do they use Skype? Loving your course. Thank you, Samuel. So yes, Skype is one option to have your VAs call eBay. To be 100% honest though, my VAs just do it. I told one of them during the hiring process, I need you to be able to call eBay, make phone calls. Can you do that? They said yes. I never asked how they do it, but they just do it. So they must have some system, whether it's Skype, there's plenty of VoIPs, I think they're called voice over internet protocol or something like that, that people can use to call. You get a US phone number, so it looks like you're calling from the USA, and she's never had any issues. So a lot of the VAs in other countries know how to do it, and they're better equipped to figure it out on their end than for you to try to figure it out. Awesome. So let's see the other question. Answered that one. So this is a great comment we got from Fantastic Gamer Illinois, maybe. Hey Paul, I just want to say thank you. I've been watching your videos for a long time. Just started drop shipping on eBay 2 weeks ago. Already made $200 in profit. And you're only 16 years old. So congratulations, man. This is always exciting. I love hearing stories from young entrepreneurs, young people starting out, starting the hustle early. Obviously you got to enjoy your life, but if you're willing to put in the time now, if this is what excites you, this is what gets you lit up at a young age, and good for you, because that's really awesome hearing people doing it so young. So we have Frank the White asked a question. Hey Paul, sticky situation. Sold a bunch of bedding sets during the holidays. Usually ships in 2 to 3 days, but Walmart says that they are still preparing for order and they haven't shipped out yet. It's been a while. Was this preventable, and what should I do? So you got to keep following up with Walmart, ask them where the items are, and if it just seems like it's taking forever and they're not shipping the items out, then you might just want to ask the buyer if they want to cancel it. I know it really stinks to lose that sale, potentially annoy a customer, but sometimes it's better to do that than just to play this cat and mouse. You have the potential of the customer opening up a case and the case being found in their favor because the item wasn't delivered. So as much as possible, you want to resolve this as quickly as possible. And if you do refund the customer, obviously you're going to want to ask Walmart for a refund right away, so that you get at least to get that money back. Can this be prevented in the future? The websites will sometimes tell you how long the shipping is. Most of the items will ship out right away or pretty soon. Some items have longer shipping and handling times. Those items you probably don't want in your store because they are a hassle, and consumer expectations are the items will ship out quickly. But sometimes the items say they're going to ship out at a certain time and they just don't. It sounds like this was the case with you, Frank. So in that situation, there's really nothing you can do, unfortunately. So it's just part of doing business sometimes. All right, awesome comment from Adam saying, hey, Paul, watching your videos is pure motivation. Keep it up. Thank you, Adam. I have a question regarding opening a second eBay store. Do you have to purchase another software subscription for the second store, or can you use your existing software? Because eBay does not allow you to list the same item twice, even into different accounts. I just need your input on this. So Adam, what I recommend that you do is, well, first of all, you need a second subscription. You need a second account with like AutoDS. Have an AutoDS for your first, an AutoDS for your second, and then you got to make sure that you don't list the same products into the same or into both accounts. So just keep that in mind. Mickey says, do you use stock photos for your listings? Yes, we are allowed to because we're selling new items and they're not used. So Kelvin has a question about eBay campaigns. Wants to know if it costs money to run a campaign or if it only costs money when the promoted listing sells. So Kelvin, it only costs money if someone clicks on the promoted listing and then buys the item. That's the only time it's going to cost you money. It doesn't actually cost you money if no one clicks on it and no one buys it. So Mo wants to know, sometimes he's drop shipping from Amazon onto eBay and notices that sometimes Amazon doesn't give you a gift option. What happens then? Does this mean you have to send the item with an invoice or price inside? Yes, that does happen, but remember, you're also going to have invoices in packages from other suppliers. Like Walmart is hit or miss, for instance. Sometimes they include it. So it's not something you should worry about. I talked about this earlier in the video about how consumers don't care. They just rip open the box, take out the item, and rarely look at the invoice. So it's nothing that I would be too concerned about. One item out of the 1,000 that you sell from Amazon has the invoice. That's okay. It's not going to be a big deal. What is up, man? Welcome. Okay. All right, so if anyone, I'm going to try to scroll up because I missed some questions before, but if you guys have any questions about the masterclass next week, about Amazon dropshipping or anything, Bilal has a question, wants to know if I dropship from Aliexpress. No, I don't do that. It's one model that people use. I know people have been successful with it, where they dropship from China to the United States. Longer handling times, but the items are going to be really cheap, less competition for those items. Personally, I've avoided doing it because of the long handling time. It's not the business model that I wanted to be doing right now. But I think if you set it up correctly, it could work and you could successfully do it. It's just not something that I do. All right. Let's see. Okay, so maybe I should just clarify what I meant by Amazon dropshipping. Some people were asking, so what happens with Amazon dropshipping? So I list a product up for sale on Amazon.com. Then when someone buys it from me, I buy it from another retailer's website like Walmart or Home Depot and ship it directly to that customer who bought it from me on Amazon. That's the way it works. Will this cause your account to be suspended on Amazon? No, it won't. If you do it like I mentioned before, how you have to have good metrics in place, provide good customer service, and Amazon won't shut down your account for those reasons if you keep your account in good health. Oh yeah, so Maurisa says, do you use virtual assistants for Amazon dropshipping as well? Yes, I do. Amazon actually makes it so much easier than eBay does to to hire VAs to help you. And that's because Amazon allows you to give access to your Amazon account, but only limited access. And it's really so much better than the way eBay does it. Okay. Let's see. So Mana wants to know if my eBay course is updated for 2019. Yes, I'm always updating it. I made a huge update to it just at the end of 2018 in preparation for 2019. And I already have some small updates planned for it for this year. But the content is all 100% relevant right now. I'm just looking to make one or two of the videos better But if you start it today, the eBay one, you'll get everything that you'll need. It's just small changes I want to make to it because I'm like a perfectionist. Cool. So Paul says, I'm not seeing these questions in the chat, but there it is, Paul. We're seeing it. Oh, Nancy makes a good point, saying that during Chinese New Year, a lot of these Chinese suppliers shut down. So you can't even drop ship from them a lot of times, which can really disrupt your whole business model if you are drop shipping from China. I've also heard this a lot from FBA sellers when they're trying to get these suppliers to produce their product. They always run into these issues with the Chinese suppliers just taking a lot of time off for New Year's. Okay. So Timothy wants to know if there's going to be a promotion for the course once it launches. So yes, there will be an early bird special. If you sign up in the first week, there's going to be it's going to be cheaper than after the first week. And like I said, there's going to be bonuses available that are only going to be available during the launch. I think there's going to be at least one bonus that's only going to be available for the first 24 hours after that masterclass. So I'm going to talk all about this during the masterclass. So if you want to hear what those bonuses are, whether that's something you want to jump on right away, whether the price is something you want to jump on right away before it jumps up, then I do suggest you sign up for the masterclass by clicking on the only link in the description of this video. Sign up, hear what it's about, but more importantly, I'm going to be giving you a lot of free content about Amazon dropshipping. I really want you to walk away feeling that there was a ton of value in there and a lot for you to really think about and get started with on Amazon. I think a lot of people are afraid to start selling on Amazon. I think it's like this giant scary beast, and I kind of want to make it easier for you to understand, make you realize that's easier than you think. It's not something that you really have to be scared of. You can get started even if you don't have any experience selling online or any experience selling on Amazon. It's nothing you have to be scared of, and I want to show you that in the video, as well as showing you practically speaking how to get started selling on Amazon. So that's all going to be there in the masterclass. Bobby's saying everyone should visit China during Chinese New Year's at least once in their life. That sounds like a good bucket list. You know, here in New York City, a lot of cultures, they always have celebrations here for Chinese New Year. And you walk down the street afterwards, just littered with confetti, all these snaps that, you know, those little snaps you throw at the ground. There was dragons. It's pretty crazy, and I can't imagine what it's like in China as well. I went to the Thai New Year in Thailand a few years ago, and that one is crazy as well because they had this tradition. I think when it started, it just started out with they would take cups of water and pour them over statues of Buddha. It's supposed to be like a blessing during the New Year. And that's evolved into this 4-day long, I think it's 3 or 4 day long, massive water fight. So everyone brings super soakers, they bring buckets of water. You walk down the street and you just get soaked for 3 or 4 days straight. The entire city's just shut down and there's no mercy. I remember seeing this little van, not a van, they call them buses, but they're not really buses. They're more like pickup trucks with hoods on them, but they're very open. That's what they use as buses. And inside were a group of monks. And as the monks went by, everyone just came and just soaked them with water. I saw old women getting soaked with water. I saw men in business suits getting soaked with water. So there's absolutely no mercy. There's nowhere to hide in the city. It's incredible. It's so much fun. So if you ever are in Thailand, consider going during the New Year to Chiang Mai. That's where I went. I think it's around April every year. It's unbelievable. Okay. So if you are doing promoted listings, if eBay's letting you do it, then I would suggest you just run a flat 1% campaign. Sorry. And that's all you really need. We found that that works. Our promoted listings stop working. Not 100% sure why, but they're not working anymore. But if they are working for you, then 1% or 2% is more than fine, just flat. Cool. So I think I have all the questions answered. Yep. So let's see if there's any more questions here in the live chat. But I think we're just about ready to wrap it up here. So if you guys like this video, be sure to please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing to the channel by clicking that subscribe button underneath. And then while you're at it, clicking the like button. That lets me know that you guys enjoy this content, motivates me to keep making these videos for you. And next week, we're not going to be doing a live Q&A here because I'm doing the masterclass, which I've mentioned before. So you do have to sign up for that. It's not going to be on YouTube. So if you do want to join me next week as normal, be sure to click that first link in the description of the video. Sign up for the masterclass, and I'll see you guys next week there. But I'll stick around for just another minute here, see what people are up to. Just let me know if you're still here, still one of the committed Titans. Let me know what's new in your life. I love hearing what you guys are up to, unrelated to dropshipping or related to dropshipping. Just let me know. Say hey. I love to hear what people are up to. I've been super busy myself creating this Amazon course, creating this masterclass for you guys next week because like I said, I am a little bit of a perfectionist. I want it to be as awesome as possible. So I've been putting a lot of time into it. So that's kind of been a lot of my focus lately. But I was looking at getting a new nice pair of headphones for myself. I've always wanted a nice pair of headphones. So I went to the Bose shop the other day. One of the benefits of living in New York City is you can go to a Bose shop that just sells the headphones. Checked out the headphones, they're really nice. And then I saw they had sunglasses. I was like, why does Bose have sunglasses? So I put them on, and in the arms of the glasses, they have little speakers. And so you walk around and you're listening to music, but there's nothing in or on your ears. And it's just a wild experience because normally there's sound coming from one direction from a speaker. And as you move through space, you can hear the difference as you move, or you have something in or on your ears. But the music's coming out of the headphones. No matter where you move, you hear it. It's just like a weird experience. It almost felt like I was in a movie and my life had like a soundtrack to it. It was really cool. I wear contacts / glasses, so prescription. So it didn't really make sense for me to buy sunglasses that weren't prescription. But those are really cool. It's really amazing what they're coming out with, all the different technology out there. Martin is still watching, so welcome, Martin. Flipping Digits is still here. Helen is still here. Sea Monkeys says excellent live feed, so thank you. Diedrich wants to know how my puppy Orlando is. He's great as well. One of the things we got him was I started working at a co-working space, so I'm not home as often. So we got him one of those Furbos. I don't know if you've seen those. It's a little camera, so we can watch him during the day, but it also shoots out treats to him. He loves it. He always sits by it while we're gone. they're not noise canceling sunglasses, but they are really amazing sunglasses. Jeremiah just bought a house, so congratulations, Jeremiah. Remodeling ourselves, that's a huge project. Just moved prior to Christmas, so getting settled. So congratulations, Jeremiah. Okay, awesome. So that's how I'll close it out today. Thank you all so much for joining me live. It's always been a lot of fun. And thanks for the amazing questions. And I hope to see a lot of you next week during the live free masterclass that I'll be hosting all about Amazon dropshipping. Until then, have a wonderful week.